only choose the Champion 4 Max, because if there's one thing I've learned, it's engineered to prevent clogs, flushes a bucket of golf balls in a single flush. Nothing has ever come out of my body looking like that. Nothing comes out of there looking like a vine of grapes. If they wanted to sell this, I think they should try to like, I don't know, like flush like a rubber eel and see how the rubber eel goes down. I think we might try that. I don't know where you buy a rubber eel. I'm assuming Amazon. I'm assuming they've got the rubber eel market cornered, and we'll just coil that little guy in there and see how it happens. Welcome to part dos, that's 2 in Spanish, for our bathroom project. If you haven't seen part uno, that's 1 in Spanish, of our bathroom project, I'm gonna link it below. That way you can get fully up to speed on our smoke pea. The gist here is that our home was filled with cigarettes. Not actual cigarettes, but the remnants of cigarettes. The whole house smelled like smoke. This room had a cool feature, or bug, no, feature. It not only smelled like chain smoking, it smelled like urine, which is neat. So to fix all that, I ripped up 4 layers of linoleum flooring covered with tile. Weird underlayment, but whatever. And I did some tiling which looked something like this. And I did a little bit of grouting which looked like this. And then we ran out of grout. So it's got like 85.6% of it grouted, but that's enough to install a toilet, I guess. This is pretty much the installation manual. So you go to Krispy Kreme, you get yourself a donut, and then you land your UFO onto the bottom of your toilet. Simple as that, people. This step, well, this step is a little strange. They're showing it perfectly lining up. Like nothing bad's gonna happen. That's a lie. This toilet's gonna want to go over here and over here and over here, and then this wax is gonna smear all over this area, and that way you've got a good seal. So if you know you've got wax coming out the sides, you're sealed. This is a very critical step where you tighten down the thing you just installed. This is actually, so this is funny. This is a very critical step. There's a gasket that goes in here, and it's really not making as big a deal as it should, because if you leave that gasket out, all that water in your tank will, it'll try to flush, but most of it will just explode out onto the ground in like some sort of fiery waterfall. I know how that happens because I've done it. This is a hot air balloon that lands in your toilet seat, and then you actually hook it up, because the most critical step in a toilet is, you know, actually making it work. Now I know most people don't say lift with your back, but unless most people are gonna come to my house and help me put this toilet in, you gotta lift with your back a little bit. You gotta engage C5 and C6. Those are the good vertebrae, or the lifting vertebrae. And once you get those puppies engaged, you're ready to do some lifting. But until you get those puppies engaged, you're not ready to do anything. This little guy, don't leave this out, because if you accidentally leave this out and you flush it, all the water, not just like a little bit of a leak, all of it goes out the sides and in the back, and all that fun jazz. And the instructions are very clear that you tighten handles, I wouldn't call these handles, I'd call them studs, but sure, alternately until the tank contacts front and back of the bowl, achieving China to China contact. China to China contact was my nickname in high school. We're gonna go ahead and throw this on there. Remember the gasket, don't forget this, that's very critical. You're gonna get a lot of water real fast, actually 1.38 gallons to be precise. And you don't want that. So don't do that. Well, do that, but don't do the other thing I said. Remember, you get all your power from that lower back. So don't chicken out here, because you don't want any of this to, you know, mess up. And that's gonna be some rough China to China contact. Go ahead and put a little bit of water in this bowl, so if you have to touch it, it'll be kind of weirdly gross. And then open your hardware bag by like ripping at it like some sort of animal over the water. That way, if you make even the slightest mistake, You've ruined the next 3 minutes of your life. Get this out of here and you give this to a child because children love plastic bags. And you go reach back here into like a mysterious area that's like oddly cool. Oh yeah, that's probably it right there. And then the stud starts spinning because why not? You deserve this. Got just enough threads to cross thread. You hear all that clanging sound? That's perfect. If you stop hearing clanging sound, that means something's gone wrong. Or you're tightening it. Either way. Doesn't really matter. Perfect. That's what you want, I think. Next step to this process is your toilet seat. You gotta get her all set up here, get on your workbench, don't clean anything off, just sit right on all your garbage. And then you gotta open this up and pour on your platter. Oh yeah, get out of there, get! So instead of using normal hardware like humans use, we use something that the aliens think are better at attaching a toilet. They use something like this. Oh yeah. And you get washers for something, I don't know. Hang on. Let me get out the separate toilet seat installation guide. And then you put it in. You unscrew the first. No, hang on, that's for the... Alright little dude, here's your crown. Well, you're the throne, you're not the king. And I'm the king in this situation, but you still need a top. Here's your hat, big guy. Good job. That bathroom was looking a little rough earlier, but somehow a toilet made it look better. That's low expectations, and that's what we're all about in this bathroom. So, ta-da! I've got some more work to do in there. I've got to touch up all the paint that I destroyed when I, dragged all the stuff in there. And then I gotta do some trim work and I gotta install a register, and if you'd like, I can show you all this in real time. Alright, your choice. So anyways, if you like this toilet installation and me just messing around, you should subscribe. That tells me you love this. If you don't subscribe, that tells me you hate this, and that's fine too, actually. I don't really mind. I hope you enjoy this, and have a good one.